Good morning, British Nation. How are you all doing? 25th day in the month of April 2022. And this is Up and Go. My name is Richie B.
Hello, Bridge Nation. This is your boy Shellz.
Good morning, Bridge Nation. It's your girl, Queen Jojo.
Good morning, Bridge Nation. This is DJ Audley. Come on, I'm here.
Yeah, we are here.
Yeah.
Seems like it's getting much brighter, much earlier.
Yes.
This morning it's like, hey, it's almost like the sun is out in a big way.
Yeah.
This early hour. Yeah. How's the weekend, everybody?
It's a good look, man. Get some rest and, most importantly, get some good food.
Ah.
Yeah, man. We give thanks.
Sounds like some seafood mixed up with some. No?
Yeah, you don't know me with the seafood already. I'm telling you, sir. And they can't trick me.
Shellz. Oh, dear. My weekend was good,
He has
though.
peculiar taste when it comes to what he eats, you know? Yep. We don't give him no bun and cheese with no
No reason. Thank you. So over the weekend was round bun and chicken.
And what?
And chicken.
Come on, no, Shellz.
Yeah.
I think he's making up these stories.
He has to be. There's no way. There's no way.
Anyhow, how about you, Jody?
I had a good weekend, got some rest, and then it was on Sunday. So it was work Sunday where I got my rest on the Sabbath. So I give thanks.
Good. DJ Audley?
Yeah, man.
It goes without saying.
Yeah, it goes without saying. We got some rain, but the weekend was, okay.
Okay.
I had a little run on last night.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, you know that.
Of course. What me know? What do you mean, man? Who don't know about the party there?
You are on her tracker.
Who don't know about the party there, Audley? Come on now, man.
Okay, then. I drink high-end liquor, so
Okay.
you won't have a problem putting a few things on the table.
No.
DJ, Richie Rainford. We're not hearing you, but I know that you're giving thumbs up, meaning you had a good weekend. All right, so we're here. It's a historical day because today marks the first time that Bridge 99 broadcasts live into the United Kingdom.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody has their English accent all down pat?
I always say hello, governor.
Hello, Governor.
That's it.
I like to listen to it. I can't tell you that I've mastered it.
That's all.
But we'll definitely be joining, of course, Robo Ranx.
That's right.
And that's going to be at 7:45 a.m. Jamaica time. And that's going to be afternoon time in England.
Yes, it's after one.
Right. So for the first time, we'll be doing that at 7:45 for half an hour. By the way, if you have relatives and friends in the United Kingdom, maybe it's a good time for you to send us a voice note. Make it short, like 30 seconds or so.
Yeah.
And send shout-outs to your family and friends in the United Kingdom because it's a historical day for Bridge 99 FM. Having said all of that, we say good morning once again and welcome. Right now it's time for update, stories that are out there in the space that we'll give you all that we have on it. And here's one of the stories we want to look at this morning.
All right. Morning, Bridge Nation. So we're starting off with Shensia. So Shensia is hurt, and she says that she feels literally violated over the magazine Photoshop nude cover. Shensia is protesting at her all-natural cover on Numero Netherlands magazine, which was heavily retouched. More so, the Jamaican singer is contending that she didn't authorize the magazine to issue the stripped-down photo showcasing her full nude body. I think most of us have seen it on Instagram.
I glanced at it.
I'm quoting Shensia. She said, "I feel violated. My whole privacy. I have never showed that much skin on the net ever." The blessed singer wrote in an Instagram story over the weekend. "This is not my image or who I've even portrayed to be. I did not approve that photo. I'm not even upset. I'm hurt, honestly." So a lot of persons are asking the question, so how, in the first place, how did they get a photo of her?
Without clothes.
Without clothes.
Did she post for it?
We're wondering, did she post for it? Did somebody send them the photo without, her knowledge?
It was not sneaky photograph.
It just goes.
It was a photo shoot.
That's how it seemed. Yeah, that's how it seemed. And she went on to say, "I don't care how big or small the magazine is. This is never happening to me again." She continued, "This is some ish." And on top of it, she edits, "It is edited." So she's like, that is not even my real body. I don't look like that. That's not the real me. And she said, if I feel like I don't have control over my own career, I will end it. My integrity and peace matters to me.
Strong statement.
So, that's a strong statement. So I'm wondering if somebody in our
I
team
I glanced at it just to be aware of the story. I didn't stare.
Yes.
I only looked for research purposes.
Yes.
Exactly.
I can imagine that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's all that we did.
I can imagine, but
it's one of those stories where there are more questions than answers.
yes,
That's
because
right.
I'm like, I want to believe her.
I wonder if they published the wrong one.
Exactly. I'm wondering if, something went wrong, and you can see that it's heavily photoshopped because she doesn't look like that.
Or is it the touching up? Well, the meaning of the photo.
Of the photo. We're not sure, but I wish her all the best, and I hope that it's sorted. We haven't heard from the magazine saying that she did authorize it or she did not, or her team authorized it, but I hope it is sorted, and I'm really sorry that she feels
So
violated.
strongly. But you see, in these days, with the social media the way it is, everybody takes these things with a grain of salt.
Right.
And you're wondering, is it genuine? But if it comes to the point where she says, if this is going to be the kind of thing that I have to endure, I might have to call it quits on my career. That's a strong statement to make.
That's a very strong statement to make.
If it is to be taken seriously.
Yeah. So yes,
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, interesting.
so I'm wishing her all the best, and I hope it's sorted out. And
Indeed.
if they did do that without her permission,
It would be wrong.
Then she needs to sue and make a lot of money.
Gross injustice,
Yeah.
actually. Kicking and screaming all the way to the back. Was she paid?
I'm not too sure. That's another thing too. So many questions.
All right.
Oh Lord.
We're going to continue the reasoning now with one of my general them. Proto J. Yeah, no, it's not a relative, we don't know yet, I mean, we come from the light skin side of my family. But big up Proto. Yes, Proto J returns bearing gifts. He has a new album coming out, and he also shared a new video for his new song titled The Hills, and also international tour dates. So yeah, reggae singer Proto J has followed up on his year-long absence from solo releases as long by bearing gifts. He's striking a new track called The Hills, and it's accompanying video and also international tour schedule, and the announcement of his forthcoming 7th studio album currently scheduled to be out this summer. Now this care package arrives after days of teasers ranging from a surreal single cover by photographer Destiny Condinson, big up Destiny, to a video clip of the Grammy nominated artist hovering above Jamaica's mountainous interior via helicopter. Yeah, the visuals is bad still.
Yeah.
Now Proto, as always, is wary of the different shades of chaos abound in Jamaica's capital city, and Proto J revels in the freedom that lies above and beyond it. The lead single lays out a simple enough formula. As the altitude increases, so do the upper limits of privacy, safety, and general well-being. What this all amounts to is a newfound peace and clarity, scarce commodities, indeed a potential forecast of things to come. Now, the St. Elizabeth Natives tour schedule features stops in North America, Europe, and Africa, with festival appearances at the Bonnaroo and the Roots Picnic, among others. So more shows are definitely expected to be announced. So it's a good look. Nice to see Proto back out there, because we see his team doing them things.
Yep.
So it's nice to see the boss out there doing them
front.
thing. Yeah, man.
And center.
That's right.
Nice visuals.
Love the video.
I actually personally
Yeah.
realize that it's not hardcore one-drop reggae that a lot of our contemporary artists are doing now. It is a matter for concern that we'll address at another time, though. Yeah. I was a part of a discussion yesterday, and I'll tell you more about it off the air.
All right.
Reggae legend Jimmy Cliff has signed with ICM Partners for representation across all areas in an arrangement that will see the company marketing the St. James Native sequel to the 1972 Perry Hensel-directed film, The Harder They Come, in which he starred as Ivano Reagan Martin, a youngster from rural Jamaica who came to Kingston hoping to become a recording artist, but who fell on hard times and took up a life of crime out of desperation. So ICM, which is the company that represents talent in the fields of motion picture, television, books, music, live performances, branded entertainment, and new media, will also, we understand, market a documentary and memoir, and has global touring possibilities for the legend Jimmy Cliff. And so they will be definitely keeping him quite busy. The Harder They Come actually celebrates its 50th anniversary, and it was in fact written by the late Trevor Rohn and partly funded by Chris Blackwell. That was quite a movie, and it's good to see that 50 years later it's still generating interest, attention, and money.
That's right.
And that's important.
So we say congratulations to Jimmy Cliff.
That's right.
OM, by the way.
That's right.
All right, that takes care of update. It's 22 now before the hour of 7 o'clock. I'm going to rush through WTF, but you won't lose the fact, because it is a fact that kangaroos cannot walk backwards.
Look at that.
Yeah, the story goes a kangaroo can't walk backwards for several reasons, actually. Firstly, kangaroos do not walk, they hop and kind of crawl. When we say kind of crawl, what they will do at times is use their front paws to help themselves gently glide along the ground. While saying that they don't walk because they hop is being a little pedantic, I know there is another reason, a very good reason that a kangaroo can't walk backwards. You know what it is? It's that very big thing protruding from its back, which we call their tail. The tail is the primary reason a kangaroo can't walk backwards. It's long, it's thick, and very muscular. Apart from that, it's also not very flexible. It's kind of the third leg that helps them keep balance and move. Now, the downside is that they cannot then move backwards. Shellz finds it funny. Me want to know why. By the way, I have an extension to this story.
Oh, boy.
Wait till me drop that.
No, not morning radio. Hi, Jojo. No, man. There's a very good fact.
Oh.
Yes, it makes sense.
All right.
The third, makes sense.
You know, you're getting me nervous now about the extension to the story when you say morning radio. So I'm going to clean up this as best as I can.
All right.
There is an extension to the kangaroo story.
All right.
And that is, it was once believed by scientists that they do not produce. Let's just call it flatulence.
Oh?
Yeah. But now science has agreed that they actually produce some degree of low methane, environmentally friendly poop. So that's as much as we can say here and now. What the fact is the feature?
Yes, sir.
Wasn't that one?
Yes, sir.
It was an interesting fact. We're out of time for that segment. Join us again tomorrow morning at 6:25 for more What the Fact? So early last week, Prime Minister Andrew Holness hinted at the possibility of importing labor to satisfy demand if enough trained workers are not available locally. The Prime Minister was in fact speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of a 700-room hotel by Rio in Trelawney, and he was speaking last Wednesday. Since his statement, we've seen many reactions coming forward, including one from the chairman of the People's National Party, who is also the opposition spokesperson on education and training, Dr. Angela Brown Burke, who basically found it, she says, I'm flabbergasted and I'm amazed that the Prime Minister could allow those words to come out of his mouth. We're joined this morning by Dr. Angela Brown Burke to have a conversation. Good morning, Dr. Brown Burke. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, and good morning to your listeners. I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us. Richie B and Shellz talking with you. Dr. Brown Burke, why do you find the Prime Minister's statement so astounding?
I do from a number of perspectives. First of all, he is the minister with responsibility for a major training institution in Jamaica, which is Heart NSCA, which will be responsible for the certification and the training of a number of categories of workers to whom he will be referring. That's one. Secondly, he is the Prime Minister with responsibility for development. So he can't put anybody on notice. It is one thing to approach it with a recognition of what your responsibilities are. It is another to make the statement about putting someone on notice and, I want the development. So if we can't get the workers, then I have no choice. That cannot come from our Prime Minister. Not at this time with the issues that we are facing, the issues in terms of unemployment. We just saw coming out of the 2 years of COVID, what that has done for many of our families in terms of their income earning capacity and all of that. It is just totally irresponsible.
Let's look a little deeper at the issue, Dr. Brown Burke. How will will importing laborers really affect the Jamaican workforce if there's a shortage really?
The question is there a shortage really?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I start there.
Mm-hmm.
I start there because I am well aware of the thousands of Jamaicans who have gone through heart and other related training programs who are still awaiting their certificates. So if you ask them, they probably will say that they are not qualified. There are a number of others who have the skills but don't have a certificate. The Prime Minister would have just overseen a restructuring of heart where he decimated the program, taking out the workforce-based component and the apprenticeship component as well. There are other agencies or unions or whatever talking and saying that they don't take what the Prime Minister is saying as being factual in terms of the shortage that actually exists that he articulates.
It's interesting, Dr. Brown Burke. Now, so for those who aren't quite sure about the Heart NSTA, program, can you just highlight, the role that they can play in a situation like this?
The first thing is that we acknowledge that with the mismanagement and the pillaging, that Heart has been robbed of its usual potential. We accept that, but we still believe that there's potential there. And what am I talking about? They have training programs for almost any category of worker that you would need for construction, for even tourism. So whether it is your electrician, your masons, your plumbers, whether it is your food service management people, whether it is your cooks, just about any area that you can think of, there is a program under Heart where persons can get certified. Heart also has a program where if you have the skill but you don't have certification, they can provide for you on-the-job opportunities where you can be assessed and therefore certified. Mm-hmm. So when you look at all of those, I remember certainly in the constituency for which I have responsibility, Southwest and Andrew, getting her to come in as one of the contractors was doing a major piece of work there, and getting persons to be qualified on the job, to be certified on the job as they got there. So I'm saying that there are all of these opportunities for Heart. Mm-hmm. We had a national youth unattached program that went through the members of parliament and their office in collaboration with other training institutions to do just that. Mm-hmm. And part of that was looking around and saying where we are, where some of the shortages would be. Getting even from Heart itself, in terms of a forecast, where would we need to put a little bit more emphasis? And this is kind of what I'm talking about, that the Prime Minister sits in a place where he must have been aware from as far back as 2016 as to what the development plan would have been for the country. And therefore, he also should have been aware that any good development plan starts with a training component in terms of how you're going to meet the labor force needs to support these projects that are upcoming.
Now, speaking of awareness, Dr. Brown Burke, would you say that there's enough awareness, around the skills courses at the Heart NSTA and Hope programs as well?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean by enough awareness.
Yeah, because what you're basically stating, some of the stuff like the programs that Heart offers, I think could be news to a lot of persons. Do you think the government should improve the awareness, surrounding these programs?
No, absolutely. And I'm glad I asked and got the clarification. I do believe that they could benefit from greater awareness, greater public education around these programs. I remember a couple of years ago we had even started in some of the high schools to introduce some of these training programs so that by the time some of our students would have left grade 11, that they would have at least had grade level 1, level 2 certification. We know that level 3 is a much more advanced level, which means that persons could even be teaching that program. So I think more of that needs to be done. I think also in terms of just getting a skills bank up and ready so that individuals, even if you didn't know, you would at least know that, listen, there is this website where you could actually go, and if you have a skill, you could, be included in there so you can be counted as having a skill, as being unemployed, and that you could also seek opportunities or find opportunities for employment there. But I believe that just given the percentage of our population that would be youngsters, young professionals, and so on, that we need a greater focus on ensuring, one, that they're trained and certified, two, that they have opportunities and they know where those are, and that this is transparent.
Dr. Brown Burke, I think one of the big problems also is the fact that we have, I suspect, too many of our youngsters leaving high school, for instance, without, enough even subjects. Many of them are leaving without even, say, 5 passes at CXC level. And so they may be ill-prepared to enter the workforce and even to absorb further education. Do you see this as a problem, contributing to the situation?
It is a problem, and there is no doubt about that. It's a huge part of the problem that we do have, and it's something that we have to fix. We have to ensure that we create an education system that at the end of grade 11, at the end of high school, persons are ready for the labor market, and there's no getting around it. There is no country that can really speak of prosperity that has a level of students, I mean, graduating from high school with the level that we have. We have far too many who are low skilled or unskilled, and I think that is something that we have to change. Now, HEART would have provided a kind of transition for many, although what we really would want is that HEART could become that agency that could improve on a foundation already built. That is not so just now, and I accept that. But I still believe that based on the programs that are offered, based on what persons have been doing so far, that there is a number of youngsters who have either given up in terms of searching for a job or just there, but who do have either the qualification or the experience to be integrated in the labor market.
And so finally, do you think we can get a good deal of youngsters, say the unattached youth, involved in training? And what do you propose that the Prime Minister do before considering importing laborers?
I think what he needs to do is a proper analysis of exactly where we are. Who are the numbers that are trained? Where are they? Are they fully employed? Where are those that are just waiting for certification, qualification? And is there a kind of short-term program? Is there an apprenticeship program that could be used to get them to where we would want them to be? Is there a kind of workforce-based training that could very quickly move persons from where they are to where we need them to be? I think that is absolutely required. It needs to be transparent, it needs to be open, and it needs to be widely publicized.
All right. Dr. Brown Burke, always a pleasure talking with you. Thanks for your time this morning, and we wish you a great day.
Very much.
All right.
Thank
all the best. Thank you.
Bye.
A chat there with Dr. Angela Brown Burke, opposition spokesperson on education and training. She's also the chairman, first female chairman of the People's National Party. The question is, what sound is this that we have as our secret sound? Listen to it. We've given one clue so far.
And that is that it has something to do with the moon.
It has something to do with the moon.
What?
That gets me thinking.
But then I heard birds in the background. So that means
you heard birds?
Yes.
Oh, hold on.
May I listen to the sound keenly, you know?
Let me see. Did I hear birds? Check this out. One more time.
Make it run out, man.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it.
Man never mad me, man.
Remember, you said something that goes.
Yep.
I don't know. Phone calls are coming in 876-676-4996. Let's get on the air with one of our callers right now. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Hi. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
We're fine.
Good. Is it a jet plane in the air?
A jet plane in the air?
Yeah.
Who's calling?
Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
All right. Michelle, where are you calling from, Michelle?
Red Hills Road.
Red Hills Road is where she is right now, ladies and gentlemen. And you heard the answer. She says it sounds like a jet plane on the runways. No, in the air.
No, in the air.
In the air. I thank you for that correction. Michelle. And you know what? Jet plane in the air. That is what you're sticking with, Michelle?
Yeah.
You're not changing anything?
All right.
That's your final answer?
Yes.
Okay. Here's the response.
Quack, quack, quack.
Sorry, Michelle.
Good job,
You're
Michelle.
thinking, though. You're thinking. And moon is the only clue we've gotten so far.
Uh-huh.
Will we have a winner this morning? Let's find out. Good morning. You're on the air. Welcome to the Secret Sound Game. You're on Bridge 99 FM. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Who's this?
This is Cunis.
Oh, go on, Cunis.
Not much.
All right. So
Hi,
you
Eunice.
heard the sound?
Yes.
You heard the clue, Cunis?
I'm fearful of asking him that.
You heard the clue?
Yeah, I'm fearful of
Yeah.
asking him that.
All right, so-
Him have a way of saying, sure, I no clue that. Clue. Sorry. Cunis. The only clue that we've given so far, don't tell me don't want to hear it again, is it has something to do with the moon.
Uh-huh.
Work with that, Cunis, and tell us your answer.
Is it the moonquake?
You say you think it's a moonquake?
I didn't
Yeah.
know something named so. I never know something even named so. Well, I'm going to check Jojo again because she looks surprised when you say it. Mm-hmm. Eyebrows raised to the Cunis.
St. Elizabeth, listen.
Quack, quack, quack.
All right, Shellz.
Take care. Have a good day,
Aye,
Cunis.
Cunis.
Oh boy, Quack Quack does make them smile though, even when they're wrong.
Yeah,
it
man.
doesn't. It seems to kind of cushion the blow.
Yeah, it stings a little less.
All right. Well, listen, we're gonna play the sound one more time so you can at least absorb it, and then hopefully tomorrow morning you'll come with the right answer. Listen. We have a little fun with you in the morning time right here on Up and Go. And that was the Secret Sound Game. Tomorrow morning at 7:30, we'll do it all over again. We're standing by, ladies and gentlemen, for the
Passengers.
first ever connection with the United Kingdom.
That's
We're heading
right.
over to the beat, London 103.6 FM. And we
That's
say from our end, good morning, Robo Ranx.
Blessings.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's not quite morning for us. It's a smoky, cloudy, grey afternoon in London. But good afternoon, Richie B. What's up, my brother?
My brother and friend, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. Big up, Richie B. I remember, for those of you who remember us doing connections, Richie B was one of the first broadcasters that had afforded me time out of his busy schedule to broadcast to my radio show in London. So it's only right that we return the favor. 2022.
Yeah, it is a good look, and we're loving it. The anticipation is very, very high this side, and I'm sure that it is on your end as well, Robo Ranx.
Most definitely. I mean, any time that we have that a connection, a live connection with the land of wood and water, it's going to be it's infectious. People love anything to do with Jamaica. Please, people, remember. I don't like to overly use the word, but Jamaica is the most fantastic island brand in the world.
Talk truth.
Whoa,
Talk
them
truth.
for
Remember
no.
that. So when I'm down here and I just say, I don't have to say anything. They say, You Jamaican? What a cup of tea? I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
okay.
listen, I'm going to introduce you to members of my team here with me, Robo Ranx. You'll see a young man here. That's Shellz.
Blessings, Robo.
I'm trying to see. I'm kind of lost. I actually need to log in to see. My engine is going to get me sorted out. But
worries.
yeah,
All
hi.
right. Yeah, man. Blessings, my general. Hey, let me tell you this. This is an honor.
I can see you now. I can see you now.
Blessings. You know, this is an honor. You know, I've never set foot in the UK ever. You see me, I said,
Okay.
but it's an honor to say that my voice is over there, the energy is over there. So I also want to big up the UK massive, London massive. Enough love and respect goes out to you, Robo Ranx, and I really appreciate the energy and the strength to get me.
Enough respects, bro. When you do step foot in the UK, Richie will tell you, make sure you have the right foot attire, yeah?
DJ Audley's also behind the wheels of steel.
Yeah, man. Big
shout
up,
out, bro.
big up, Rubber Ranks. Big up yourself. Just like Shellz, myself. You know, I haven't been to London as yet. As yet.
What me and Richie gonna try to do. There's a conversation right now with our Home Secretary that we need to organize so that the visas are reduced in price and they have to respect the brand Jamaica, because right now we're in the middle of a sticky Brexit and we need some Jamaica love. We need to get this UK bouncing along again. So
I agree.
once we get that going, we'll be fine.
Yeah, man. Definitely. One thing is certain, Robo. You don't look a day older than when we made connections years ago, bro. You need to share the formula, man.
Yo. Do you know I have a good friend who travels to Ghana every year, and he brings me a block. He was bringing me this block of shea butter like 20 years ago, and I used to just give it to my mom. I was like, nah, it's not for me, man. This is too sticky stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's the shea butter, Richie. It's the shea
really?
butter. The shea butter.
It's all in the shea butter.
Put in the shea butter, son.
Shea butter.
Shea butter.
Now we know, son.
You gotta share the butter. You gotta share the butter. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yo, so yeah, some of the nice songs we've been playing, nice beats and songs we've been playing, obviously the dancehall sounds then, but I understand it's a good morning mood Monday, so
We're mixing it up as well when we get a chance to play in a little while from now. You know something, Robo? We have some shout-outs. Persons have been making contact with us, or Bridge Nation, or listeners.
That's right.
And right now we're going to allow you to hear, and your listeners over there at the Beat, London, to hear some shout-outs coming out of Jamaica. Listen to this.
Morning, up and go farm. Glad to see another Monday, Wanna send a shout out to my peeps in Mobay, especially Brandon, Ivan, and Shaniel. Big up to my friend Savannah, Catherine, and Jade, who are tuning in all the way from London. And a special big up to Sheeda, who is locked in all the way from France. Yeah, man, Bridge 99, think larger international.
Big up yourself, nice clean friend Simone from Brixton, England, yeah? Me love the clothes so you send for me, color right, style right, size right. You just sit down on my foot like a tire on a rim. Thank you, I really appreciate it, honey. Love you.
Yes, Carla, my friend, big up. May I big up my friend Carla, yes, in London. I just want to say thanks very much. Hello, the cologne where you send me chat. Lavia S label, may I tell you? Remember, me tell you, anyone I go, people are ask me, where you get that from? Me say from a nice friend in London. Big up yourself, Carla. Love you like that, my friend.
Who can get Clarks and Cologne a butt?
Shit, right now, right now. Clarks and Cologne. At least I know what to put on my list when I jump in.
All
Clarks
right.
and Cologne. We said that's the number one import.
Yeah, man, definitely.
And Irish spring.
If you can't find those, just send some pound.
Yeah.
I actually thought it would be pounds. Send the pounds first. But Clarks and Cologne. That sounds doable. Sounds doable.
Yeah. All right. This is the moment of truth. Frankly speaking, we've been told about this since we started.
Yeah.
And I know that Bobby and Sin and the team have been working hard at it. And now it's happening for the first time.
Yeah,
Robo Ranx inside of the Beat London, and Richie B and Shellz and the crew here at the Bridge 99 FM. There are some technical details that I want to share with you.
Yes, so if you guys are watching us on www.thebridge99fm.com, you're probably wondering why Shellz up on his phone so often. No, I'm not just being a millennial. No, the Bridge 99 FM's mobile app, it there. It drop. It live. It's coming soon. You know, read. So, there's a sneak preview, I get a lie. Well, yes, so you can hear what going on. And you can just download it right now and see what I'm going. You see me? It's right there right now. So for those, my Android peeps, and you know the thing go, it's there on the Google Play Store. And for my Apple peeps, you know it go live on the App Store. Find it right now, download it, and let's enjoy the vibe.
Without
So
a doubt.
so what you saying? The man them from the UK people can download the app as well?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Sneak peek.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's amazing, innit?
See it there?
There it is, bro.
I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
man, it's a good look, man.
Right, so lovely look.
I like it.
Lovely look.
Love the look. It's,
Yeah,
it's,
man.
it's shea butter.
The founder and the leader of the reggae's Black Uhuru is our very first guest in this inaugural connection, the global connection with the United Kingdom. And Roots band Black Uhuru, formed in Jamaica's Waterhouse district many years ago. They have been at it since the 1960s and are still going strong. I haven't caught up with this gentleman, this veteran, this icon in many, many decades. But guess what? We're happy to have him joining myself, Richie B, Shellz, and of course, Robo Ranx, as we chat with him live right now. Ducky, Mr. Simpson, good morning.
Oh, it's a morning.
Oh, it's
Yeah, man. You know, the California, yeah, you know?
Yes, Ducky, good to hear you. It's been a minute, brother. How you?
It's been an hour.
It's been an hour. How you
Lifetime.
been? How have you been, Ducky?
But I'm still going. I'm healthy and things, still going strong. You know?
That is important,
Yeah,
brother.
man.
Remember now, you're talking.
Yeah, man.
You're talking with Jamaica, where you're from, and you're also talking to London. And I'm sure that London, over the years, has been a very big market for Black Uhuru. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, big time, big time.
Ducky,
Massive market.
massive indeed. Ducky, somebody said to me when they heard me mention that I'll be talking to you as the founder of Black Uhuru. They wanted to know what inspired the name Black Uhuru.
It's funny, you know. That name was given to us by a guy who you consider in Jamaica, you consider like a madman.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, one day when we were in our teens, we just started maybe like 16 years of age or something like that. And, you know, we start jamming. We have a partners and he was passing by. And he asked us if we have a name. And we tell him, no, we don't have a name. And he said, well, I think you guys should call yourself Uhuru. And like in the 60s, you're like, Uhuru, what is that? You know, cause 1960, somebody said Uhuru. And that sounds strange, man. So he said, well, I said, what that mean? He said, it means it's a Swahili word. It means freedom. And in 1975, we had the Black Uhuru, the Uhuru, become Black Uhuru.
Ah.
When we did our first album for jamming, the name was just Uhuru. Then one of my friends came from England and he's like, what kind of Uhuru are you talking about? And we used to put on the black. So it became Black Uhuru in 1974 or somewhere like that. 24 or 25.
Ah. Gotcha. We learn a lot when we talk with artists like these.
Well, yes, man.
I know Robo Ranx wants to ask you a question, but just before that, the group has been through changes through the years. Who are the current members, and are you looking forward to actively touring henceforth?
Well, that's my middle name, you know. Touring. That's how I live. I'm getting out. I'm getting ready for. I'll start kicking in the US on the 14th of May. And I'll do a short tour. And then my major tour starts on the 30th of July. You know, I'll be doing like maybe 40 shows back to back.
Wow.
Start in England, Manchester Festival. Then I'll do 15 shows in England, back to back. Then go on to Europe, Sweden, Spain, Holland, etc., etc. So I think I'll be out on the road till about September.
That is fantastic. You hear that, Robo?
I heard that, and I know Jermaine Ford, Ducky. You done a lot of work with Jermaine, a kid from the UK that's spent many hours convincing me. And well, he didn't need to convince me to keep playing Black Uhuru, and we kept playing Black Uhuru. I mean, in the 80s, Ducky, a lot of young kids that were introduced to reggae, like the European bands like UB40. Once they heard UB40 and then they got turned on to Steel Pulse, the next step was to be turned on to Black Uhuru. And, you know, I think the impression you guys left in the UK has never, ever, ever changed. Such a euphoric name. And I was in Kenya the other day, and I passed a few places, and I was trying to tell some of the Swahili kids in Kenya that Uhuru, there's a massive man called Black Uhuru. You know, the streets they're called Uhuru, Uhuru Highway, Uhuru Lane, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a worldwide thing, man. And it's a pleasure to hear from you anyway, Ducky. Let me not do my fan moment. Let me not do my fan moment.
Yeah.
I sound like a fan, right?
Nothing wrong with that.
We all are fans of Black Uhuru.
You hear with air condition, you know?
Yeah.
Move from fan to air condition.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean? Yeah, me air condition moment.
Jeremy and Ford is a son of Brings the Ford, you know?
Yes, as what?
And when I met his mother in 1980, they came to Jamaica. Then the mom got married, and I grew him from he was 4-year-old. He was living with me until he was 26.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so Jeremy is like my son.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. Jeremy is your best salesman.
Yes. Up to this day, he is my engineer.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And congratulations on your Grammy nomination a few years ago. A lot of people kind of sleep on these things that, you know, we're fascinated, and all the talk is who should win and who shouldn't win. It's who's actually putting in the work.
Yeah.
And you're doing so much work, and shout to everybody that are nominated, and even if you're not nominated, it's the work that matters, man.
Well, let us remember that
I've been nominated 8 times, you know.
And
Yes,
you were the first to win a Grammy back in 1985, a reggae Grammy. So this is a group that has a lot of history and a great deal of success. Listen,
Funny, you know,
yeah,
that first Grammy I won, I used it to catch my door, you know, when the wind was blowing. I was not really a fan of Grammy, you know. I know it was just like mumbo jumbo, you know.
So Ducky, you didn't tell
my son born.
Yeah.
And when he was like 8 months, he started crying for the Grammy.
oh,
Ducky, you didn't tell the Grammy committee that.
I'll give it to him. And he plays with it for a couple of days, then he just shoots down the balcony.
Did you tell those guys? Did you tell those confused dudes from the Grammy committee that you use it as a door catch? Have you told them that?
Yeah, man, I'm going to take catch that, man.
So
the son of Christ, I'm doing it.
See that? So Richie, that is it. So you see, all you artists who have ball about Grammy, tell them if you win, you're going to catch your door. That's the way you get 8 nominations. That is fantastic. That's you for tell them.
I wouldn't expect that from anyone else apart from Derek Simpson, aka Ducky. Yeah, Ducky. Yeah, quick and fast.
My last nomination was 2019.
Yeah.
And I seriously think I should have won that Grammy.
Why
that was a Grammy that Shaggy and Sting won.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because their album was not even reggae.
And that's a part of that's a big part of the problem we're having right now. As a part of a meeting yesterday with a person from the Grammy who is involved with reggae and hip hop and R&B, and they are bemoaning the fact that a lot of the music coming out of Jamaica right now is not reggae. Ducky, we're out of time and we have to do this again. Yeah. We're going to follow you on tour, and we're going to do this again very soon with Robo and myself, Richie B. Enough love. Great hearing you. Keep in good spirits and be safe. Enough love, brethren.
Big up.
Big up and bless.
Every time.
Big up, Ducky.
Robo, you know it is. Time flies when they're having fun.
Yeah.
100%.
And
man.
I'm saying it is the seconds that count.
We need to catch the time with a door catcher or something. Slow the time down. But it's definitely it's been a pleasure, man. Joining you here.
Yeah,
a lot more things to talk about.
Yep.
London have connected, and my phone is just whilst I'm talking to you, people can see that I'm on my phone because I'm getting WhatsApps from everywhere. South London, North London. I'm in the heart of Harlesden right now, in the middle of one of the most heavily populated Jamaican community. I'm sure when I come outside the studio door, I will be greeted by perfume and Clark's shoes and all these things. You know what I mean? Because, yeah.
By the way, don't use your phone in traffic because the police, the popo are locking up a lot of people. Somebody sent me a report where in 2 hours the police were boasting that they arrested 41 people for using the phone in traffic. So you know how that goes, right? Want to say big ups to Iva, who is the big boss of the Beat London, and all the members of your team, your engineer, and everybody. Robo, we do this again on Thursday morning our time. Until that time, take care. Walk good, bro.
Bless up. All right, big up Errol, keeping us live
every time. 19 now past the hour of 8 o'clock. That was history.
Yeah, we connected.
Yeah,
to London.
Trust me,
it's amazing.
That was huge.
Yeah, quick and
Ducky
fast.
Simpson.
Ducky.
Talking to Ducky reminds me of when we had Burning Spear on the program. And that created a whole lot of excitement because there are members of, several generations who would not have heard a Burning Spear or even a Ducky Simpson, founder for Black Uhuru, in a radio interview. They don't do this very often. So when the Bridge 99 FM and the Beat London bring them out and allow them to speak and so freely, you can hear the joviality, is there such a word, in his voice. It's a good look, and we appreciate that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the first connection of its kind. Remember that every day this week, we are connecting somewhere in the Jamaican diaspora. Of course, with Robo Ranx on Thursday morning again at 7:45 until 8:15. Later on today, with the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, with of course Irie Jam Radio, DJ Roy, and tomorrow with Canada on Flow 98.7, and so it continues all throughout the week. Every day, starting today, there is a global international connection with this program. Keep it locked. What you want is what you get, and what you get is more than you bargained for. When I rum put it.
Good morning again, Bridge Nation. You know it's Monday, so it's all about Good Mood Mondays. And we here, the presenters, and DJ Audley and Richie B and Shellz, we're going to put you in a good mood as best as possible. That's right? Fill your cup, because I'm Monday. We need it.
That's right.
All right, so here's my good mood. Very short. Look here. You're worth it.
Boom.
Every single thing that you are desiring right now, you're worth it. You deserve it. And you're going to get it. Don't make nobody tell you nothing. You deserve it. You're worth it. Stop selling yourself short. That's what I have to say to you this morning.
I love that. I'm going to work with that. I need to apply that to my life. I do, by the way. But yeah, it's a nice one. Especially for young girls out there. I want them for, especially, for just see them worth. I know if women get themselves in trouble because they can't understand them worth. Yeah.
Yo, Ulan, you're not talking about Queenie and Dewey.
Hey.
You know what?
All right, let's make sure.
Hey.
Okay.
You know what?
All right.
Great God.
But yeah, man, I want to know. This might sound strange coming from a youngster, a young man, but I want to, encourage my fellow youngsters to take the time to plug out, and disconnect from the virtual and spend some more time in reality. You understand what I mean? Because let me tell you, it's nice. Technology has done a lot for us, and I know this sound weird coming from, as Richie called me, the tech boss, but we can get lost in social media. We can get lost in virtual reality, and trust me, place are open up now and thing. Human interaction is so important. I saw a post from Ajax Football Club in honor of Johan Cruyff, and they just literally said, look, take that football you have inside and just go outside. Just go outside. That's what Johan Cruyff would do. Just go outside. There's nothing wrong going outside and just enjoying yourself. Take some breath of fresh air, man, and just understand that life is more than what you see on social media.
Yeah.
Facts.
But you haven't said anything about Chelsea almost losing yesterday.
Hey.
It was in the 89th minute, I think, that they actually scored.
Captain America, big up yourself, Christian Pulisic.
One goal did it.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. You're not talking about Manu.
No.
Oh, okay. That's
silent for now on that issue.
All right, Bridge Nation. My thing this morning is just short and sweet. Right? Just stop people. Stop being selfish. and start being selfless.
Beg your money now. Sorry.
That's a good segue. That's a good segue.
All right.
True.
You understand? Do something for smart.
Yeah. True. Service.
Stretch up, man, on the man. Give me a high five.
Yo, me don't want nobody. Yo, remember we're on camera right now, so we don't want nobody to say what.
That's not true.
Come on, after here.
Yeah.
All right. I'm searching for happiness, and I remind myself, and I remind you out there too. You're all in charge of how you feel, and for me today, I'm choosing happiness, and I hope that you do likewise. All right?
That's right.
That brings our Good Mood Monday to a close.
That's right.
Yeah. Stay in charge of your life. Choose happiness. All right. Jody is ready and raring to go.
All right. So we have our second block of update this morning here. All right. So Megan Thee Stallion shares new details about Tory Lanez's shooting.
Oh boy.
She said that I was really scared. So she did an interview. I think over the weekend. I look a snippet of the interview on CBS with Gayle King. Boy, Gayle King always. I don't know if it's I don't know what Gayle had about. Anyways, she was choking up on Sunday. Megan choking, trying to hold back tears. When she was sharing the altercation between she and Tory Lanez. She said it was an argument because I was ready to go and everybody else wasn't ready to go. But that's like normal, friend stuff. Megan said we fuss about silly stuff all the time, but I never put my hands on anybody. I never raised my voice too loud. Like this was one of them times where it was like it shouldn't have gotten this crazy. So she was sharing what happened and how Tory Lanez shot her in the foot, allegedly. Allegedly. So most persons, the reaction on Instagram, they were like, this seemed like a forced interview and her tears look forced. That's what persons were saying. It kind of look, it never really seemed authentic to me still. But that's a me still, so I'm not going to judge nobody, What she's sharing could be true, but persons were like, when I really feel it. So
I keep remembering what I saw when she apparently exited the vehicle, and it would have been right after she was injured.
Yes.
And the way you remember she was hopping and seemingly quite troubled when the incident took place. I think Tory is in a spot of bother, and it will require some skillful legal arguments to get him.
I believe she got shot, but as to who shot her,
that's another
story.
They have to prove that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, on to some good news for me personally. My good friend, my best friend, my brother, Elon Musk to you guys, but Muskie to me and the ends. So Twitter nears a deal to sell itself. You hear that? Sell itself to Elon Musk. Yes, the company's 11-member board met with Mr. Musk to discuss his offer to buy the social networking service and make it private. An agreement could come as soon as Monday. I don't know. Today? Yeah, look at that. So Twitter, as I said, is nearing a deal to sell itself to Elon Musk. Two people with knowledge of the situation said a move that would unite the world's richest man with the influential social networking service, and that agreement, as I said, could happen today. So Mr. Musk, into the early hours of Monday, had a reasoning with the Twitter board of an unsolicited bid to buy the company after he began lining up $46.5 billion in financing for the offer last week. And there was a condition of anonymity. People don't want to load up certain things. However, the two sides were discussing details, including a timeline to close any potential deal, and any fees that would be paid in an agreement were signed and then fell apart, they said. Now, for those who want to know how Musk find the money, well, here's how him do it. So he was through a financing investment bank. Financing came from investment bank Morgan Stanley and a group of others. So $13 billion came from in-depth financing, plus another $12.5 billion in loans against the Tesla stock. And of course, I have to mention my $5 bills Jamaican dollars from Shellz. Just can't leave out that. And of course, Musk said he will put up another $21 billion in cash to buy the rest of Twitter's equity. Now, what is important to note is that this, even though it's looking advanced, at any moment it can fall apart. So people are saying that look out for that possibility. But for something that looks so far-fetched a few weeks ago, Twitter is now looking to say, listen, it's time. And for those who are wondering why Musk is doing this, he said simply, You know, he just wants to transform the company as a platform for free speech around the globe.
Yeah,
and that's all he said.
Nothing about making more money. Something about more for more.
It has nothing to do
But
with money.
It's interesting. It's interesting the way the board has moved from vehemently saying no way. Today it's like they're saying, okay, well, you know, maybe we should really negotiate.
Yes, why not? He's not a bad guy after all.
Well, you know, for all of that, especially with, Shellz having a little 5 bills Jamaica.
Exactly.
I want to say good luck to Muskie.
Thank you.
Straight up. Yeah, man. Good luck, Muskie. We also want to say congratulations to the French president who came through and won the elections over there. Of course, he I think in the past 20 years, he's the first president to actually win back-to-back victories. And he defeated a lady, Le Pen, who many think were closer to Russia than to the NATO alliance.
Oh.
Yeah, so it is a victory from that perspective. 58% of the voters actually voted for the French president to be returned to power.
Okay.
All right, so that is that. We also want to highlight the fact that China is still battling COVID-19.
Yes.
And they have been taking some very drastic measures, erecting green fences around residential areas in an apparent attempt to keep people into the lockdown city of Shanghai. And it's frustrating a lot of people. There's even a protest song called "Do You Hear the People Sing" from this famous artist.
Oh,
yeah.
So from Les Miserables.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, I took Le and I allowed Shellz to take the rest.
Yeah, it's actually it's a musical. Yeah, it's a musical.
It's teamwork by the dream work.
Yes, exactly.
That's actually a very powerful musical.
Yeah.
It's a nice.
Yeah, definitely. So their song is now very popular in China.
Nice.
And that is how it is. But we're closing out with the fact that some high-ranking members of a U.S. delegation actually went into Ukraine and met with Mr. Zelensky. And we're talking about the U.S. Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin.
Wow.
And coming out of that meeting, or those meetings, we understand now that like the British, the Americans will be actually reopening their embassy. Whereas the British will be doing it on a daily, permanent basis in Kyiv, the Americans will drive in each day and come back out.
Oh,
so
not take that shit.
There's not as brave as the Brits.
Not take that shit.
Yeah, America are easy.
Yeah, that is. But at least the headline
the
headline is grabbing, of course, all of us. U.S. reopens its embassy in Kyiv.
Yeah.
Although them just running for or is it maybe like one shot fire? Yo, well, gone back over Poland.
You know that's a strategy.
Yeah, big time.
Come on, it's America.
It sends a certain kind of signal.
Yes, because there's no way any bomb or any missile going to land anywhere near.
Them even smell
any
smoke.
of them.
Them even smell smoke are trouble.
Wait a minute, Shellz.
What are you trying to tell me? Putin wouldn't dare?
You're mad?
Dare.
Okay.
Boy, this is interesting times, man.
Yeah.
Interesting times.
So
I'm looking forward to see but I'm wondering what Putin thinks about this, because it's almost like they're saying, the British and the Americans are saying that we're not afraid of you. We're going to our embassy and we're going to work and things are going to move on.
They realize that Putin is more interested in places like Mariupol and those places now in the east. And it is not expected that he's going to be able to.
I say watch him.
Yeah.
Strategically, it's, if you look at the region, for him, taking those two areas, territory, it works because now he has full access to the Black Sea. Yeah, that's right.
Key point. We created history for the first time. We broadcast into the United Kingdom on the station, of course.
The Beat, London 103.6 FM.
With the Robo Ranx, and that was history in the making right there. Glad to have been a part of it.
Yeah, honestly.
And we are already getting responses, good responses out of the UK as well. We thank Dr. Angela Brown Burke, who was our guest at 7 o'clock. We had the Secret Sound game at 7:30, no winner, so we'll be back at tomorrow morning with it. We had Ducky Simpson, founder and member of the Reggae Band Black Uhuru, as our guest inside of the connection, the UK connection. Of course, News 360 came up. We had the global connection as well with Killer Boo sitting in this morning out of New York City for Ira Jam Radio. What a morning it's been. Great vibes.
Yes, sir.
Good
we
vibes.
give
Thank
thanks
you so much
always.
for tuning in and sticking with us this
Yeah.
morning.
More link Ducky. more one of them door catch there.
May I tell you, the vibe.
That's right.
Trust me. That's what the Grammy
Oh,
done.
boy, that's what the Grammy there for Ducky.
Thank you, Jody. Thank you, Shellz. Thank you, Audley. Big respects, and thank you, Richie and Sean. And Romy was also here, Jeff Brown, and the rest of the family. Thanks most of all to you for listening, though, here in Jamaica, Bridge Nation, and around the world, Bridge Nation. Thanks to our peeps in the streets for your help with traffic. And listen, we get a chance to do it all over again tomorrow morning at 6 in the eye, right here on the Bridge, 99 FM.